GAC Sports Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the Great American Conference.
We are 3 matches into the quarterfinals here at the Great American Conference Volleyball Championships. We've got one more to go, and what a matchup we have in our final match of the first day. The 4th seed, Northwestern Oklahoma, and the 5th seed, Southern Nazarene. The winner of this one gets to play tomorrow at 6 o'clock against regular season champion Arkansas Tech. A great match ahead of us, and with the call at courtside are Michael Westbrook and Joey McWilliams. Gentlemen, take it away.
All right, thanks so much, Paul. We're ready for this one inside Bank of the Ozarks Arena, our final quarterfinal matchup. Let's tell you how it's shaken out so far. Oklahoma Baptist defeating Ouachita 3-1. That was our first matchup at noon earlier today. They will take on Harding. They also won 3-1 against Southwestern Oklahoma State. And Arkansas Tech won 3-0 against Southeastern, leaving us the 4-5 matchup, Joey. Supposed to be the best on paper, right? Northwestern, the 4 seed, and the 5 seed is Southern Nazarene. The Crimson Storm, the reigning tournament champions after winning it all last year, and Northwestern is here for just the 2nd time ever. So looking forward to this one between 2 top teams. We'll see what ends up being the result, but in the regular season, it was Northwestern who won both matchups. We'll have a chance to talk about that a little bit later on. 17th year coach Kevin Ingram and what he has been able to do with Southern Nazarene has really been remarkable. 359 career wins.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And I think one of the biggest things that you think about, what have you done for me lately? Well, conference tournament championship. The last time they were on this court, they didn't lose a set. Now, it's a different team, a different lineup. He lost 6 seniors from that team, and so it's a different group that's out here today. He knows the challenges that face him, but he feels like he'll be able to play against this team, and Northwestern that has defeated Southern Nazarene twice this season, both by a 3-1 margin.
He still has Michaela Benner, a senior, Elise Berlin, a senior, and several other names to talk about as well. On the other side of things, for Northwestern Oklahoma State, it's Jeremy White. Don't have as much information on him because he's in his first year here at Northwestern, but he has done a fantastic job. A 2008 graduate from McNeese State, taking over the program prior to the start of the season. And, he's led them to their most wins ever since reinstating volleyball. So it has been a year for Northwestern. 20 wins and 10 losses, 10-6 in conference play to earn that 4 seed.
And you know, Northwestern was here a couple of years ago, and it was when they were just new to Division II status, and it was really, I think, for them, and from a perspective, hey, we made the conference tournament. They came out, played a very tough Southwestern team during that match, and, went back home. I don't think this is a team that is ready for a one-day stay here with the season that it has had.
That was Josh Collins' Southwestern team that went on to win the tournament championship in 2015. So we'll see what transpires here as they're just about ready to get this one going. Again, our final quarterfinal matchup. The starters for Northwestern: Kiana Clark, Hannah Williams, Jennifer Eubanks, Brooklyn Hessen, and Lauren Symington, along with Liz Dwyer, Carly Gear. Southern Nazarene: McKenna Hunter, Hannah Davis, Bailey Terang, Megan Ellis, Kylie Smith, Kayla Thomas, and Elise Berlin. Michael Westbrook along with Joey McWilliams and Paul Smith. It's our 4th and final quarterfinal matchup here today inside Bank of the Ozarks Arena. Chance at the semifinals on the line. They're getting the liberos subbed in for Northwestern. Carly Gear, senior from Stillwater, on the floor. Northwestern in the white uniforms, and Southern Nazarene in the black uniforms. And we are underway as Northwestern has the first serve coming from Clark. First point will go to Northwestern, so it's definitely two different styles, experience levels, I should say, among these coaches. Kevin Ingram, who we've had the opportunity to talk to over the last several years quite a bit. You mentioned he lost a lot of key players. Let's see if his veteran coaching ability helps lead his team. And Jeremy White, in his first season at Northwestern, had the opportunity to talk to him a little bit before the match, and pleasure to get to know him. He's excited to have his team here and certainly heading in the right direction.
Well, and he feels like the team is excited to be here as well. And as I had a chance also to visit with him, he's had awesome conversationalists. I enjoyed visiting with him over the course of the season a couple of times. And by way of phone, it's my first time to get to meet him face to face. And I appreciate what he's had to say about his team and the fact that, you know, they do expect good things here tonight. It is a different stage for them, but I don't think they're intimidated by that.
Jennifer Eubanks registering a kill. That is a name you are going to hear a lot. A sophomore from Coppers Cove, Texas. First team all GAC selection. Southern Nazarene has some trouble. A point for Northwestern. They're up early 3-1.
You know, this is a group that realistically as a whole, I mean, this is a different group than was here 2 years ago. And it's a different coach, different strategy. There are a few the holdovers, but for the most part, it's a different group. And you know, with coaching changes, it's a different feel too. Now that having been said, this is just the second appearance at the GAC tournament for Northwestern. Mishit there, and I felt like, and I think that even Coach Howell mentioned this, that Oklahoma Baptist was a little bit nervous coming out. Their first opportunity here on the big stage. This is, in essence, Northwestern, the first real opportunity like this with this group. Let's see if the nerves kick in. Right now, doesn't look that way.
Well, Jennifer Eubanks listed at 6 feet tall, skies high to the air again for another kill, and she'll check out. That miss hit a moment ago by Hannah Williams. 5th in the Great American Conference in kills, so maybe that was nerves playing a factor there for her. See Carly Greer, a senior from Stillwater, back to serve now. Couple of back-to-back strong swings from Southern Nazarene.
Well, the defensive rotation was good for Northwestern that time. Unfortunately for the Rangers, off the dig, it goes right back, and look right there. It's a set right back up again. No need for the assist there. That was just sent home by Ellis.
Ellis, a freshman from Hereford, Texas. Serve coming from Northwestern's Caitlin Robinson, also a freshman. It's not often you see a coach in his first year hit a 20-win plateau. So, I said they were heading in the right direction. That was an understatement. Coach White's done a great job with this Northwestern team. Sometimes it takes a coach a year or two to settle in, but he jumped right in there. What a play that was by Gear. And there she is again with a one-handed dig. So she's all over the court right now. And a strong block at the net. Clark in on the play.
Well, Michael, to address that point, I mentioned I had a chance to visit with Coach Green a couple of times over the course of the season. And one of them was 10 games into an 11-game winning streak. And, obviously you talk about that. Of course, he had a couple players player of the week at that point within the league. But you talk about the winning streak because it's out there. It really is a talking point, has to be addressed. And he didn't downplay it. I mean, he appreciated it. He said that the kids understand it. He appreciates it well. But his main point for the season is he's trying to put this team in a position to be consistently a premier team within the Great American Conference. I love the way that was said You know, that it's not just, oh, well, we're winning well right now, we're all excited about this. This is something he wants to be consistent with Northwestern's program.
Shelby Holcomb. No, excuse me, that was Kayla Thomas, freshman from New Braunfels, getting in on the play with a kill, and now a serve coming from Kami Ware, freshman out of Pampa, Texas. Gear one more time making a play. That one goes wide from Clark, giving the point back to Southern Nazarene. So Crimson Storm rattling off a few in a row here, and we're back to a tie game at 7-all. Get in on the play, Joey, and don't fall backwards. Good catch. Now, don't throw it at the coach.
Oh, well, sorry. Full extension,
Joey McWilliams
Michael.
here making
Full
a
extension.
grab courtside. How about that? Diving effort that time by Robinson, but really didn't have much of a chance at that one. And now Southern Nazarene has the lead at 9-7. It's a 5-0 run for the Crimson Storm.
That's been a real swing in momentum.
Hesson drops it down for the point. Swing a little bit back to the Rangers.
You know, it's one of those things, too, is Coach Ingram was talking about. You know, he really wants to, he's, and I would think any coach would say, I don't think it's just coach speak, but he said, we need to play in system. We need to keep them out of system. And to do that, you know, they can't just be always allowing the other team to make the sets. And they, during that little 5-0 run, they buckled down on defense and gave themselves opportunities and didn't just leave it where, you know, right the last couple of points, it's been Northwestern swinging away. And I think that was the difference during that 5-0 run. Well,
the early points were coming from Eubanks. There she was again for Northwestern. All of her kills right at the middle. A service ace for Northwestern. I'll never forget Coach Ingram telling us before the championship game last year that he had an old team and that they needed the rest, so he was happy to go 3-0, 3-0 the first 2 days. And he's got a young team now, 10 freshmen on the roster, so I guess that's what happens, a turnover there. And he's put his team in position again this year. I know they're the 5 seed, but kind of got bunched up there in the middle of the conference anyways. There's a service ace back the other way, as that one will be registered to Bailey Terang, a sophomore, one of those young players, but a first-team All-GAC selection sophomore. So, you know, that's impressive amongst itself right there.
You talk about that team, too, and we had visited about that earlier as well. You know, the 6 seniors he lost, and that it's a young team, but it's a team that's starting to grow up. And, you know, I mentioned to him, Coach, you got everything you could out of that last year, though. I mean, you really did. I mean, with the seniors, I mean, it may have been an older team, but they remembered the loss 2 years prior in the championship match. They came back, played with a fire and a vengeance. And, I mean, if you run through the conference tournament 9-0, you've done everything you can do. And the team made it to the NCAA tournament, lost in the first round against a very, very tough opponent. But still, I mean, you've done what you could do with them. It's an accomplishment.
Kayla Thomas serving for Southern Nazarene. And off the right side that time, guess who? Jennifer Eubanks. 4 kills, 4 attacks, no errors. I know the math there. Perfect so far for Jennifer Eubanks. And it's a 12-12 game here in our first set. Brooklyn Hesson with the serve.
Look at this again. They're coming through pretty solid.
Hannah Williams, Eubanks both went up for the block there, Jennifer Eubanks, but couldn't get it back across. Strong dig from the back row that time, and now an attack. That one is in for Bailey Terang. Impressive right there. Well, we've seen a little bit of everything today. We've seen some long rallies. We've seen some quick points. And this one's got a little bit of both, and a timeout is needed for Northwestern. Jeremy White will take his first timeout, seeing his team down 3 here in the opening set in the best of 5 on the GAC Sports Network.
Southern Nazarene University was just ranked the best college in the state of Oklahoma by Money Magazine. That's big news, but it's not a surprise to us. Money ranks SNU as one of the top 50 colleges you can actually get into, and in the top 50 most affordable private colleges in the nation. Why travel when Southern Nazarene University is right here in Bethany, Oklahoma? Inspired academic excellence in a success-driven environment. Southern Nazarene University, the best college in Oklahoma.
College students often talk about changing the world after they graduate. We are on a mission to do just that while still in school, applying academic excellence in our chosen areas of study in a range of undergraduate, graduate, and health science fields inspired by Christian values. Then taking those values into the world, equipped and focused on our mission to change it and ourselves for the better. Harding University.
15-12 our score in the first set. Southern Nazarene leading Northwestern from Bank of the Ozarks Arena in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Thanks for being with us. This appears that it's going to be a good one. There was a little bit too strong on that push across. We'll see some subs here for Northwestern.
Well, you know, the last one was in the books pretty quickly. Arkansas Tech coming through with the sweep against Southeastern.
Hour and 5 minutes.
Wow.
Hard smash right at the net that time.
Little scoring question from Coach Green. You know, and the difference in even in the contest that we've seen, you talked about the quick one in our previous contest. Part of what made that quick was the difference between that and the match before that one. Southwestern and Harding playing long volleys. Tech and Southeastern, I mean, it's zip, zip, and done. Point.
You're right.
Next.
Did not waste any time.
They were playing as if there was something to do after the match. So.
Got the score squared away here, 16-14. Southern Nazarene by 2. And Northwestern serving. That's going to go off of Northwestern. Bailey Terang, the sophomore from Corona, California, able to get the kill.
You know, she comes from a fairly athletic family, and I say that as an amazing understatement. I remember watching her sister, Bree Terang, play softball for the University of Oklahoma. Helped them to a national championship back in 2013. And then she married the punter from OU football, Tress Way, who actually punts for the Washington Redskins now. And you know, that to me I thought was pretty cool. Well, there's some athletic ability in that family. I researched that a little bit further. It's not just, you know, it's not just between those two sisters, between Bailey and Bree. She has another couple of sisters. Carissa played softball and soccer at Oklahoma City. Cabria played soccer at Utah. Well, they must have athletic parents. In fact, her mother played softball at Long Beach State, and her dad played baseball for the Seattle Mariners.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's an athletic family.
And somewhere along the way there, Terang missing that one. They went from the West Coast to Middle America, I guess, and all landed in Oklahoma, huh?
And it has been effective. It's worked to their advantage.
Guess so.
Of course, last season she was a part of the championship squad here for Southern Nazarene.
There's a kill off the right side for Southern Nazarene's Michaela Benner, a senior from Norman, Oklahoma, out of Norman North. That's one that might have been better off to let go. I don't know, but either way, Toby Barker kept it going for Northwestern. And Southern Nazarene has the point, so getting late in this first set, and it's a 3-point Crimson Storm lead.
You know, as quickly as this started off for Northwestern, it's seemed that, and it's becoming louder, but it seemed like the Southern Nazarene points have been quiet. They're just casually taking care of business.
A timeout for Northwestern. It's their second timeout here in this first set. Coach White trying to get his team back in this one, down by 4. A big announcement made yesterday in Texarkana, Arkansas, as the teams were announced for the annual Agent Barry Live United Bowl. Pittsburgh State out of the MIAA, Arkansas Tech from the Great American Conference will meet up on December the 2nd at noon at Razorback Stadium in Texarkana, Arkansas. Here you see Alan Brown on the screen. He is the bowl committee chair, along with Arkansas Tech Athletic Director Steve Mullins. So it's the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys and the Pitt State Gorillas on December the 2nd. We're looking forward to that one, Joey.
I'm telling you what, that's a football game that I am excited to watch. I think it's going to be a fantastic contest, and you have teams with history and teams that are just solid this season as well.
They'll be right here on the GAC Sports Network, and let's see, this is year 5 of the bowl game, and it will be the 5th different Great American Conference representative. Back to play at Bank of the Ozarks Arena, where Southern Nazarene leads 20-16 on Northwestern in our first set. (21-16) as that one was too much to handle for Toby Barker.
Oh, I said it's getting louder. The points from Southern Nazarene are indeed getting louder. The bench for Southern Nazarene getting louder. They're excited as well.
Bailey Terrain gets the kill. Clark gets it back, the redshirt sophomore from San Antonio, Texas, out of Wagner High School. Southern Nazarene hitting .444 in this first set. They've doubled up Northwestern's hitting percentage at .222. And that's going up a little bit after that last kill, but it's still a big disparity between the two. There's one that misses for Southern Nazarene to drop their numbers down a bit.
It seems the longer play goes on for a rally, the more it seems to favor Northwestern. Southern Nazarene trying to just take care of business.
How about that set and finish for Southern Nazarene?
And they get it done just like that. Quick serve, receive, get it set up, and in for the kill.
Crimson Storm leading 22-18. Kayla Thomas with the kill off the setup from Smith. Elise Berlin, senior from Red Oak, Texas, with the dig. The libero for Southern Nazarene. Paul Smith will be standing by with an interview with Christy Byer, head coach of Arkansas Tech, at the end of this first set, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And then he will have Northwestern Oklahoma State president on with him after the second set. You want to be around for that with Dr. Cunningham. A lot riding on this point here, as Northwestern gets back to within 2. Check this out again.
Fantastic effort
by Terang. And now the Crimson Storm want to take a timeout. So we'll take it as well. 22-20, Southern Nazarene with a lead. We're back in a moment.
I chose SAU because SAU has a very small hometown family feel where every faculty and staff member is willing to help you in any way that they can.
I chose SAU because it helps me develop tight-knit relationships amongst my teammates in the residence halls and with my peers.
I chose SAU because before I flew here from Malaysia, I felt welcomed by the SAU staff and faculty.
I chose SAU because the engineering department has strong industry support that provides internships and jobs after graduation.
I knew engineering would be a challenge, but that hasn't stopped me. Here, I could create a new organization and networking opportunities for women in STEM fields. At Arkansas Tech, I'm more than just a student. My name is Emily Torrialba, and I am a trailblazer.
Northwestern serves it into the net, and Southern Nazarene leads 23-20. Not what the Rangers wanted out of the timeout. And so here is Kayla Thomas serving. Been impressed with Carly Gear, what she's had to do today already. Free ball at the net. Here's Gear. Wasn't much there, but it was enough for the point. McKenna Hunter, a junior from Keller, Texas, out of Timber Creek High School, gives her team set point in the opening set.
Well, and that was one of those long points that went to Southern Nazarene, too. Stuck that one out.
Good play there by the Crimson Storm. And Southern Nazarene will get the first set, 25-20 over Northwestern. All right, let's send it down to Paul Smith, the third member of our crew. Take it away, Paul.
Well, thank you, Michael. I'm standing here with Arkansas Tech head coach Christy Beyer. And, Coach, congratulations on a great win over Southeastern Oklahoma.
Thanks. I felt that, pretty much the whole time we were in control of the match. We maintained possession of the serve. We kept things, under our control. I thought that we did a very good job, just going in there and taking care of business. Obviously,
the play tonight from Lexi Johnston and Allie Anderson really seemed to pace the offense.
They did. Lexi, especially the last couple weeks, has just been on fire, and she's been a really, really good go-to player for us. She doesn't make errors. She's great in transition. She's always ready to hit, and her and Amanda have really, really just been connecting. And also, it's good to see Allie with a breakthrough match. The last couple matches, she's been a little bit high air, a little bit atypical for her. So for her to come in and have a big match in the opening round was really, really good for us.
And it seems like from an attitude standpoint, the Golden Suns got a little bit of an assist from our friends in Indianapolis with that number 10 regional ranking. The team came out, seemed to be with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder and played a really sharp match.
They did. This whole season I've been telling the team, all you got to do is just win. If you win, they can't deny us. Well, here we are at 32 wins, and they're still trying to deny us. So, we know what the path in front of us. We just got to, win the whole dang thing. So,
to win that, you have to go through either one of these two teams. Obviously, they present a challenge. This is a very even field this year in the GAC.
It is, especially the side of the bracket that we're on. This match that we have in front of us, Northwestern Oklahoma and SNU. It's just a great competitive match, and either one of these teams is going to be a big challenge for us.
Coach Beyer, congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
We'll step aside, come back in 1 minute with the conclusion of this match. Fans, don't go away. This is the GAC Sports Network.
Kids fall in love with sports. Our universities are working every day to keep college sports safe, so you can watch them play with a little less worry and a little more joy.
No, please, hold.
The running of the Bold Dogs? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Aaliyah saved by switching to Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
There's so many reasons I came to SAU, but the main part was the family atmosphere. At SAU Engineering, even first and second year students get hands-on experience with the latest technology. Professors incorporate their real-life experiences, work one-on-one with the students, and care about our future. I found myself fitting in since day one, and I was immediately able to call SAU my new home. SAU is the 6th most affordable university in the nation. My name is Aaron Stanich, and I chose SAU.
And welcome back to Bank of the Ozarks Arena. Michael Westbrook along with Joey McWilliams, and Paul Smith joins us now courtside after interviewing Christy Beyer, head coach of Arkansas Tech. We're in the second set. Opening set went to Southern Nazarene 25-20. Northwestern won both regular season matchups, Joey, in 4 sets. The last time they played each other on October the 26th, Southern Nazarene took the first set before the Rangers rattled off the next 3. So it's similar to where they were last time. See if that develops the same way. I don't know if it will. One person who's going to make sure she gives her team a chance is Jennifer Eubanks with a kill right there. Second in the conference with a .371 hitting percentage. Well, I don't know, Paul, if we need to really start the conversation up again, but I think Christy Beyer made it very clear, regional rankings-wise, and we've belabored the point maybe a little bit in the Arkansas Tech matchup, but for those that are just joining us for this one, Tech sits 10th in the regional rankings. They were 8th a week ago. All they did was win their 2 matches and drop 2 spots. So basically, one team from the GAC gets into the postseason.
By the way, valiant effort from Southern Nazarene right there. Couldn't quite keep it going, but a great effort.
You know, Michael, there's really not anything I can add to that.
There you go.
To sum up that absurdity, so there it is.
Southern Nazarene's Terang has it sent back.
Well, I would just say that to sum it up, you just have to win the whole dang thing.
That's right.
I was directly quoting Christy Beyer.
Yeah,
I wasn't paraphrasing anybody. I liked it. I love the attitude, and you have to. You do.
Free ball at the net on the second effort, won by Northwestern. They have the early advantage in the second set, 3-1.
There's been a lot of second effort on the part of Southern Nazarene right now. A couple of them look even a little winded just from this set. They've been given a lot of effort. It hasn't resulted on the scoreboard, though.
It was a good effort there from Kylie Smith to keep it going. The sophomore from Deer Park, Texas. But Northwestern gets the point, and they're up 4-1.
Another good effort. We've been looking off and on at the GAC scoreboard tonight as women's basketball has started in the conference league schedule, and lots of good games on hand tonight. Double headers across the league.
We had one that went into overtime. Arkansas Tech defeated East Central by 10, 84-74 in overtime. Southern Nazarene women's basketball team got a win, 72-59 over Southern Arkansas. And Northwestern got a win over Henderson, 72-71. So it's already been a good night for these two athletic programs.
A lot of close games in women's basketball action. I'm reminded of a Michael Westbrook quote about paying full price for a ticket.
That's right. You should have done that.
Well, I better start practicing the line now so that I get it right in March. Messed it up once or twice, over the years.
You were talking about Gear just a moment ago, Michael, and she's been impressive so far this evening. I had mentioned it was basically a new team. I want to clarify that just because of the simple fact that there are new headlining players, I guess would be the best way to say that, from the team 2 years ago. Different coach, and it means a totally different set. Gear's one of those players that was on the team, though. She's from Stillwater, played at Stillwater High, and on the team. And you see some players that are out there even right now that were on that team. Kiana Clark was a red shirt back then. We have a timeout for Southern Nazarene as the Northwestern players are doing a good job. I mean, Liz Dwyer on that team as well. She's a senior, and she saw some time.
So we'll step away here. Northwestern is up 7-2 here in the second set. Back after this on the GAC Sports Network.
you're a free-range chicken, you roam free. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to GAC. It's what you do.
Southern Nazarene took the first set, 25-20. Southwestern leads our second set, 7-2. Timeout taken just a moment ago by Coach Kevin Ingram and Southern Nazarene, so we are ready to get play going again here. And Gear serving for Northwestern. So the first regular season matchup on October the 11th, all of the sets were fairly close. That was the 11th straight victory for Northwestern. That one played at Southern Nazarene. You talked about that win streak a little bit earlier. The second time they played each other on October 26th marked the 18th victory for Southern Nazarene. At that point, it was a new high for them. 17 was the previous record in 2014 team. Of course, they went on to win a couple more, and Northwestern finished with 20 wins.
I think for the program itself, I think it's great, but we've been talking about the league and what a Northwestern program with 20 wins then means for the Great American Conference is just that much more for the league. The league has to continue to build itself to gain the respect. There is some frustration that has been aired tonight, and I have part of it. The league continues to need to have these quality wins, and they need to happen outside of conference play as well.
Northwestern finished one game back of Oklahoma Baptist in the standings. And Northwestern's got the point. Hannah Williams with the kill. The junior from Thornton, Colorado, a second-team All-GAC selection. There's Williams again, this time from the back row, making an impact.
Northwestern trying to make a statement here in set number 2 that set number 1 is a fluke. And you talk about Eubanks. Excuse me, Hannah Williams, I apologize.
Crimson Storm try to catch the Rangers off guard there. Hard to stop that. And deflected out. Kiana Clark. She's got some leaping ability.
She does.
I put her on the basketball court.
Well, Northwestern women came away with the win tonight, as it is. So.
Looked like a pretty good night for the home teams, at least in women's basketball for the most part overall. Long way to go in the basketball season with as many conference games as they play.
Set a little far back and just really not the momentum that Ellis wanted.
All of the momentum right now with Northwestern here in the second set, and 12-5 the advantage. That'll change it a bit. Kayla Thomas gets the kill. 5'11" freshman in the middle. Northwestern gets that one there, making it 13-6.
Well, I mentioned Eubanks just a moment ago, who had come back into the game now. Each of these teams with one first-teamer, all GAC honors. Of course, Jennifer Eubanks, a middle for Northwestern, and Bailey Terang, and outside for Southern Nazarene. Northwestern got a second team as honor as well in Hannah Williams. Conference honors given out last night. Eubanks can't get that one across. Arkansas Tech, as you might imagine, taking a number of the individual honors, but newcomer of the year in the GAC. Well, that award's going to go right back up to Alva. Brooklyn Hessen receiving that honor.
Hessen, a junior from Porter, Texas.
She's hitting 200 on the night so far.
There she is right there.
That'll add to that total.
Able to register a point for Northwestern. As you see, Southern Nazarene's Kayla Thomas go to the bench for a moment. Our very own Paul Smith gets the chance to MC that event every year, the award ceremony. How much does that gig pay? How do you get that gig?
Well, I have a
just answer the second part.
I have a tendency to get them in and out within an hour. That's how I got the gig.
Multi-talented Paul Smith. Elise Berlin able to shove that one across for the point for Southern Nazarene.
You know, you have to give a lot of credit to some of these liberos in the sight of the court. They're watching all the time for the dig, playing defense, but the way Berlin plays, she almost has an eye on the other side. She's able to push those through every now and again. Just placement.
Looked like Bailey Terang wasn't sure if she wanted to go for that one or not. The results in the Northwestern point up 16-9 as Gear is back into serve. .255 the hitting percentage for Southern Nazarene, .288 for Northwestern. Clark keeps it alive. And there is Hessen again. 5'10" junior makes another big play. Kevin Ingram takes a timeout for the Crimson Storm. We'll take it as well. Back in a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
When I set out to explore my future, I encountered many paths. I looked for a university that would prepare me for a successful career. A place to get rooted in an actively involved community. And find friends who would help shape my future. The decision was clear. Arkansas Tech University, the natural choice.
At the University of Arkansas at Monticello, yes you can.
For me, that meant that I could afford to go to college. When I was considering colleges, it was important to find one that my parents and I could afford. So I was happy to find that I could attend the University of Arkansas at Monticello at one of the lowest costs of any four-year college in the state. Affordability, tradition, a great college experience. It all comes together here at UAM.
At the University of Arkansas at Monticello, yes you can.
(17-9), Northwestern leads Southern Nazarene in our second set. After the Crimson Storm took the first set 25-20. It's a comfortable second set lead right now for the Rangers as Gear will serve and get play started back up again. Another kill for Hannah Williams. Our numbers adding up, her fifth kill.
Well, it was good defense that time by Northwestern. Little movement. Looked like Ellis had a great opportunity for the point for Southern Nazarene. Northwestern keeps it alive, and then not long after gets the point.
There's Crimson Storm coming back with one. McKenna Hunter.
Well, Coach Ingram said that his team was going to be aggressive on the serve, and that's what it was going to take. And at the moment, you have teams that are even serve-wise. Southern Nazarene 2 service errors, 2 service aces. Northwestern, 3 service errors, 3 service aces. It's about a 5-5 between the two.
It definitely has the making for a potential back and forth battle. What a good second effort that time from the Crimson Storm's McKenna Hunter.
Yeah, and again, the quick points going to Southern Nazarene, and that's what they need to have happen. By the way, going back to a segment much earlier in the day today, when Coach Josh Collins was here speaking with the Southwestern's coach, he was talking about, the question came up about aggressive serve play, and Coach Ingram here from Southern Nazarene said, yeah, that's exactly, we'll take an error or two, but we're going to try to be aggressive.
Northwestern called being in the net. Yeah, you know, one thing about this matchup, you got a little more mobility out on the court than what we maybe have seen in some of our other matchups. Look at Harding, they were so tall up front. You just got a lot of athletes out there right now. Talking about Clark, the way she can jump, what Terrain can do all over the court. Gear, the way she moves all over the place. And then there's the big block from Benner. And some celebration taking place from the Crimson Storm. They took a play out of the page book from, yeah, you know what I'm saying, from the NFL. They allow NFL celebrations this year, and we've seen some crazy ones, but I'm not sure what that was a minute ago there.
Southern Nazarene, though, getting the point, though, and forcing them in Northwestern timeout. And, you know, that's, I think, is as big for Southern Nazarene. The momentum, still trailing by 4 points here, but to force Northwestern and been on such a run, to just take a moment to think about this for a little bit.
Take a look at some of the team numbers at this point. 300, the hitting percentage for Northwestern. 250 for Southern Nazarene. 26 digs for the Crimson Storm, 17 for the Rangers. Jennifer Eubanks leads the way for Northwestern with 8 kills. And Kayla Thomas has 6 for Southern Nazarene. 17 assists for Kylie Smith for Southern Nazarene, and 9 assists for Kiana Clark. 7 digs for Carly Gear. It seems like it's been more than that. And 8 digs for Bailey Terrain.
It does seem like it's been more than that.
Terrain serving, her team down 4. Benner hits it long. A couple of options there at the net for Southern Nazarene, Benner or Hunter.
I think that one wound up in Little Rock.
I think so. It's not baseball season just yet. Don't take all of Paul's towns that he's going to reference at some point.
He'll be doing it in Enid this year, though, so he's not going to get Little Rock out of that.
That's right. I don't know. Heavy wind in Oklahoma. The senior Elise Berlin serving just over the net. And a double called against Northwestern. Well, this second set's not over yet. At 19-16. Williams may have gotten away with one there. She kind of pushed that one across. It's like a handball. Clark denied at the net. And that one goes too far from Symington. Lauren Symington, freshman out of Peoria, Arizona.
Crimson Storm not out of this one yet.
No.
Coach Ingram said he likes the way his team's been playing of late. It's a team that, just like the bottom 4 seeds in the league, it was tight getting in near the very end. A couple of 5th and 6th seeds set 9 and 7 in league play. The 7th and 8th seeds 8 and 8. For Southern Nazarene at 9 and 7. and picking up another point and making something out of this. Coach Green's going to call a challenge on this, I think, player being in the net. So we'll look at that. And as they're looking at that, Michael, I think one of the things to talk about here is team, Southern Nazarene won 3 of its last 6, won its final 2 matches against Southwestern and then, of course, against Oklahoma Baptist, a 5-set game against Oklahoma Baptist coming down the wire, which we knew Oklahoma Baptist is a good team. And as they're looking at this here, this is a team that was picked a little higher coming into the season. Struggles early on, but they found a way to get in. Tech, as we mentioned, I think that from day one, I think Tech had already clinched a playoff spot.
Well, basically, yeah.
In essence, I mean, just they were there. Harding not far after, Oklahoma Baptist not far after that. Took Northwestern just a little bit longer. There seemed to be a separation during the regular season of, Tech and the rest of the league, and then the top 4 seeds and the rest of the league. So, a statement here by Southern Nazarene coming back, already having 1 set to its credit. Coming back here, this is huge in this match.
So the point was awarded to Southern Nazarene. You see the ball deflect off of the net. What's in question here is if maybe the Southern Nazarene players went into the net, which would be a violation. And Coach White jumped up off the bench with that card in hand for the challenge, so he sure thought that's what happened. Now, there's so much ricochet on the net.
I was going to say, Michael, I'm not sure exactly on the call here. I can tell you that the net came very close to going into them.
Right.
But that is as pure a vertical up and down as you're going to see.
I sure thought so.
So that, it's, did the net possibly touch one of them? Maybe. Did they go into it? No. And the point stays with Southern Nazarene.
So they kept the call the
same. The call is
same.
upheld.
Yep. And so it's Northwestern 19. The referee's going to go talk about this for just a second. Not sure what this discussion's about here.
No, it just gives us an opportunity to play some 70s music in-house. But with that, what will the net go into them? That's the key. They're discussing it here.
So they're going to replay the last point.
Yes, it had to be a completed rally. I thought there was a completed rally.
Well, not if they're going to go back and replay this point, right? It wouldn't be completed. It's like as if it never happened. So everybody's got to go back to where they were. They're going to play the point again. It's the best I can come up with. Yeah, because it was 19-18. They took the point off the board. So we're just replaying the whole thing. It wasn't necessarily uphill. They just decided to redo it.
I'll take your word for it.
So 19-17 is where we were before all of that challenge. That's where we're at now. Either way, I think Southern Nazarene's got a little momentum. Hannah Williams will try to change that, but she hit it too long. And now Southern Nazarene is back to within 1.
Well, that's how you keep the momentum. We'll take the point. You can take it off the board, and we're going to get it right back.
We talked just a little bit at the top of the broadcast how much experience would play a factor here. Kevin Ingram in his 17th season as the head coach. No, he doesn't have his same team that he had last year, but he's got some players that know how to win. They know how to win here. Northwestern gets the point to go back up to 2018. Hannah Williams will serve. Diving effort from Williams, but that goes into press row, and so back we go to a 1-point game. Ware, the freshman from Pampa, with the serve. Berlin the dig. A chance to tie it, perhaps. Two one-handed efforts from Southern Nazarene. Clark tries to finish off the play, and she does that. An important kill there from Clark. Northwestern's up 21-19. Paul Smith will be along at the end of the set with Dr. Cunningham, president of Northwestern. So Northwestern fans, make sure you stay tuned for that. Block at the net that time. Eubanks in on the play, along with Williams. This set's a long way from over.
It really is.
Even with a 3-point lead, now 4, I guess. Maybe you feel a little more comfortable now, but.
If you're Northwestern, and that one just, it was unfortunate. Davis had someone behind her, she didn't realize it.
That one goes out, and so it is set point.
Well, Kylie Smith's done everything she can to find Thomas here in the last 5 or 6 points for Southern Nazarene, trying to exploit something on the Southern Nazarene right side. It's worked a couple of times, but not much in the past three points.
Free ball at the net. Can Southern Nazarene finish it? They can't. And that one goes out off of Clark. So 24-20. Bailey Terang, the first team All-GAC selection. Great play there. Kylie Smith, the sophomore setter, decided she wanted to get a point. And now Coach White takes a timeout, and will step away as well.
Yeah, not taking any chances.
24-21, we're back in a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
Did you know
that 1 in 5 women are sexually assaulted in college?
that 1 in 16 men are sexually assaulted as well?
That only 13% of rape survivors report assault. That 8 in 10 victims know their attacker.
In the Great American Conference,
there are over 50,000 students
with over 4,100 student athletes.
In the Great American Conference,
it's on us to stop sexual assault.
Anyone can be a victim.
Everyone can be a part of the solution.
It's on me
to give a voice to the voiceless.
It's on us
to give hope to the hopeless.
It's on me to take a stand.
It's on us to make a difference on our campuses.
It's on you
to take the pledge.
It's on us. 12 schools,
2 states,
1 conference.
It's on us.
(24-21), Northwestern leads Southern Nazarene. It's the second set after the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm took the first set 25-20. Right at the net, too easy for Kayla Thomas, and all of that is set up off of this power serve from Bailey Terang.
It's the aggressive serve. They're really pushing for that.
To Gear on the back row, and now for Northwestern, Jennifer Eubanks. Complete set 2 for Northwestern. 25-22, and we are tied at 1 set apiece going to that all-important third set. Let's head down to the third member of our crew, Paul Smith.
Well, thank you, Michael. I'm standing here with Dr. Janet Cunningham, president of Northwestern Oklahoma State University. We've got an exciting game going on right now.
1-1, can't get any more exciting than that.
Well, there's been a lot of excitement on your campus in recent years around the athletic arena as well. We've seen some tremendous facility improvements at Northwestern.
We have been able to do some things with a lot of good partners and helpers, donors.
Obviously, as a president, you take pride at what happens. It has to be a little bit more for you being an alum of the institution.
Oh, absolutely. And I just enjoy being around the students and love it so much. And that's why I made the trip today.
One of the coolest things that's going on is this fall you started your first class, your first doctoral program, Doctor in Nursing. Talk about the process going into that.
We have been looking at something quite a while that would kind of set us apart, a signature program. Nursing has been that for us. We talked to a couple of foundations local to Northwestern. They said, let's do it, and they put their money where their mouth was, and we went through the process and got it done.
It seems like the enrollment numbers have gone up, that the school is growing, and it's got to be exciting just to see that happen.
It's been great, and Oklahoma's had a little bit of a tough budget problem, but we're going to get through that and keep moving on.
Well, best of luck here the rest of the night. Looks like we're going to have at least 2 more great sets to watch.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right, we're going to step aside. We'll come back with set number 3. Fans, don't go away. This is the GAC Sports Network.
A triangle solo? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Sam and Joanna saved by switching to Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
At Oklahoma Baptist University, we'll help you find your passion in a community where your professors know you by name.
We'll help you find your purpose by bringing faith and knowledge together through a Christian perspective.
We'll help you find your future with a world-class education that prepares you for a successful career.
We'll help you find a place to grow into who you were meant to be.
Come grow with us. OBU, find your place.
And welcome back to Bank of the Ozarks Arena in Hot Springs. Michael Westbrook along with Joey McWilliams and Paul Smith. We are getting ready for the third set. So the Nazarene winning the first one 25-20. And then Northwestern taking the second set 25-22. Paul just got to interview Dr. Cunningham, president of Northwestern. I'll just throw this in real quick for you. Not the bragging part, but I had the opportunity to fly to a game once, and it was at Northwestern in Alva. And Dr. Cunningham and her staff took care of us better than anybody else ever has to make sure we got where we needed to go. Hotel, game, all of that. So really appreciate her and her staff for taking care of us that time a few years ago when we flew out to Alva to a game against Northwestern, and always like to get to talk to Dr. Cunningham. And wow, they're doing big things, a doctorate program in nursing out there.
No, it's a great thing, and if you have the opportunity to see some of even the changes to the facility at Northwestern, I mean it looks nice, adjustments all around, and much to be proud of.
Well, I liked being in their new football press box last year, but not during the hour lightning delay that we had.
That's still a nice place to be during
that's true.
A lightning delay.
Yeah, that's true. Third set starts with a Northwestern point. You know, that second set still, even though Northwestern won it by 3, had the potential to turn any moment. Crimson Storm could have been up 2-0 and looking for a sweep, but credit Northwestern for what they did to keep that 2-3-point lead. But I don't know, you kind of felt like at some point it would break open for Southern Nazarene, never really did.
Well, Northwestern starting off the right way here if you're a Rangers fan. Off the ace there, Clark continues to serve. And almost into the back of the head of Hessen.
She'll trade one there and give up the point. Hessen with the swing, but a dig by Thomas. And there's the kill for the Crimson Storm's Megan Ellis.
Well, you know, we've talked about the aggressive serving, by the way, from Southern Nazarene. I think the Rangers have been more so aggressive on the serve this evening. 5 aces, 4 errors.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Another one for the Crimson Storm. Megan Ellis one more time.
3 points for the Rangers, 3 quick ones for the Storm.
Ellis just a freshman for Southern Nazarene. A block at the net that time. Jennifer Eubanks tied for 6th in the conference in blocks per set, the sophomore from Coppers Cove.
She has her name all over the leaderboard.
Yes, she
in the
does.
Great American Conference. And you mentioned that, and also in kills, as Eubanks is 7th in the GAC, 3.12 per set. And by the way, she's the 2nd best point producer, or excuse me, in hitting percentage.
Yep.
371. That's behind only Lexi Johnston, the freshman of the year from Tech. Very impressive.
Those numbers added up to a first-team All-GAC selection. Hessen with a one-arm dig, allowing Northwestern to keep the possession going for the point. They lead 5-4.
And by the way, as Eubanks is stepping out, she actually is in the top 10 in points produced. And that's the the combination of kills, of service aces, of block shots, and block assists. And she comes up with 3.66%. That's good enough for number 10 in the league as well.
Hessen from the back row. Berlin, the dig. Ellis will get it across. Another back row attack from Hessen. Clark, the back set. Benner gets the points. Michaela Benner for Southern Nazarene, tying it at 5.
I think the experience from Southern Nazarene, from some of the key players on this squad, is key to how they are playing in this match tonight.
Of course, Benner was a big part of last year's team, now a senior. Southern Nazarene has the lead at 6-5, and the celebrations continue down at the end of the bench for Southern Nazarene. A teammate just picked up another teammate. She put the arms out like she was the basketball goal, and another girl came by with a towel and dunked it. I think you and Paul should work on our celebrations, for, I don't know, after a match or something.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we were going to celebrate with anybody, it'd be Southern Nazarene right now, because they have found the momentum. It has been, again, some of these veterans out there led right now by Ellis.
And there's
She's
a block
freshman.
at the net, making it a 4-0 run, and a timeout needed for Northwestern. We'll take it as well. We're back in a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin, or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Hi, Connor here to show you around SWOSU and why we love it here.
Well, your friends are more like family.
I love the sports and concerts at the Pioneer Cellular Event Center and more than 100 clubs.
The small class sizes, 100 fields of study, and a nationally recognized pharmacy college. Close to OKC is the best place for me. Come and see for yourself.
The focus is you.
Southwestern Oklahoma State played earlier today, dropping their match to Harding 3-1, but they're taking in some volleyball. Maybe one more final time here before season officially comes to an end. They're going to count this the full day here before it's over for them.
Quite a little trip back to Weatherford, so might as well make it during the daytime.
And these are two of their big rivals right here too.
Oh, no doubt. I think on the volleyball court the rivalry is pretty intense with both sides. I'm not going to say evenly because that Southwestern Northwestern rivalry is pretty intense, but
sure.
Southwestern Southern Nazarene has become a thing to watch in recent years.
Caitlin Robinson, 7th in the conference in service aces. The freshman has just picked up another one there. Too much on that one. It was out.
That was a well-called timeout then for Coach Green. Get his players back in order. You know, I was thinking going into that break, in watching this third set, what is it that is going to come out? Because, you know, often in a 1-1 match, the third set is so pivotal. What is going to come out here? Is it going to be the veteran play from some of these Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm, or will it just be the overall athletic ability from these Northwestern players?
What do you think? I'm still trying to figure it out.
I'm still trying to figure it out. I mean, it's you know, these many runs.
Yeah. Yeah, no side has really showed dominance by any means. 2-3 points at a time, maybe. Like we said in that second set, could have gone another direction in a hurry, but never really did. Northwestern just kind of held on, and say Southern Nazarene had a pretty good first set. Still only won that one by 5. Tell you what, Bailey Terang, Megan Ellis keep hitting the ball as hard as they are. That would bode well for Southern Nazarene.
I think it's tough to beat a team 3 times in a row. There's probably a reason that Northwestern has won 3-1 twice, though.
Clark floats that one over the top and in. Yeah, that's the old cliche, right? You don't want to play a team 3 times, and it's hard to beat them 3 times.
Get Eubanks back in there. Just watching the adjustments now and seeing what's being made. I think Southern Nazarene is adjusting well, but
yeah, Northwestern successful when she's there on the front row. They're going to try to set her up here. Now they'll go farther down the line. And 4 hits for Northwestern. That one did not clear the net. I'm not sure if Coach White was looking on in frustration of his team or the official there.
It was the right call.
Yeah. There's Gear making the stop. What a play from Southern Nazarene that time. They went with a hard swing across court. That didn't work, so able to drop one in front. There's Terang with that strong serve again. Chance for the Crimson Storm to set something up. Instead, they go across on the second hit. That one's into the net from Hessen. That might be something that's been different in this one than in the other matches. We don't have a clear, strong favorite as far as hitting percentage. There's been a lot of errors. A lot of attack errors. I think that's kind of been part of the difference. Southern Nazarene leads by 4 here in the third set. We're back in a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
need commercials to tell you we're powerful. No thanks.
Genders don't play sports. Athletes do.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
Southern Nazarene leads 14-10 against Northwestern in our third set. Michael Westbrook along with Joey McWilliams and Paul Smith here on the GAC Sports Network. Earlier today, Oklahoma Baptist defeated Ouachita 3-1. Harding defeated Southwestern 3-1. And Arkansas Tech defeated Southeastern 3-0. We're in the third set here, 1-1. Talking before the break about the hitting percentages of these two teams. That one goes out, missing long. Another attack error from Northwestern, giving Southern Nazarene a 5-point lead. And 163 now the hitting percentage for Northwestern. 225 for Southern Nazarene.
Yeah, and Michael, that's overall. Here in this set, it is a minus 105. It's in the negative numbers now, which means that the errors outweigh the kills. And let me just say how big this is. There are 11 points on the board right now for Northwestern. There are only 3 kills and 5 errors. They have not been getting their points by way of the kill.
A few service aces.
Now there's one.
Errors.
That's going to count, but you're getting your service aces there. You're going to get a block or two. But the aggressive play on offense has gone awry here in the third set, and it's opened the door for Southern Nazarene.
So Clark serving. That one almost to the back line. Clark sets for Hannah Williams, and she does the rest. Another kill makes it a 2-point game. Maybe they heard us over here. Williams with 8 kills. Eubanks leads the team with 11. Got a free ball at the net here. Clark will try to keep it. Called for the double.
It's one of those leaping plays that you get up in the air and go, ooh, I'm not going to be able to hit this the way I want to. I say that, I shouldn't be talking about me at that point. My vertical is not what these athletes' vertical is.
I don't know. I saw you track down a volleyball a moment ago and stay in your seat.
Now, I'm pretty sure if my vertical, if I had a solid leap tonight, you could probably slide 3, maybe 4 pieces of paper underneath me.
I got a few here. Yeah. Hessen the serve for Northwestern. Team down by 2.
Net.
Northwestern, yep. Eubanks in the net that time. Pretty easy call there.
And an unforced error, too. You're getting the point, getting a look at it, and she just had gone in.
Clark cross court there to Williams. So the Nazarene recovers. Williams again, and this time Northwestern gets the point as it goes off the block. We got another one here, Joey. Halfway through the set, nobody's taken control yet.
Now, it is almost as though the Northwestern players heard us. They've gone from 3 kills to 7 here, and they've put themselves back in a position now just 1 point down The offense has shifted gears. It looks almost like they've calmed down just a bit. Seemed to play a little erratic just a moment ago. Hitting it too strong, too far. The serve has not, though, changed at all. It is an aggressive serve.
Williams drops it in. We are tied at 17. And now Coach Ingram wants a timeout for the Crimson Storm. And we will take it as well. Tied at 17 in the third set.
What makes Henderson a better choice in education? Is it the campus or the buildings? Is it class size or professors with PhDs? Is it the cost, the value? What is it about Henderson?
It's me.
A strong educational foundation from Henderson put Richard Jacobs on the road to becoming a doctor. Today, he's at the forefront of pediatric research and care. Henderson prepares today's students for tomorrow because what counts is what you become. Henderson State University.
We're at Bank of the Ozarks Arena in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Michael Westbrook along with Joey McWilliams and Paul Smith. Third set, tied a set apiece between Southern Nazarene and Northwestern. Two rivals in a battle here. 17 all in this third set. Quick set at the net will result in a point for Southern Nazarene. Can't call them the two newest members anymore with Oklahoma Baptist coming in, but two of the more recent members.
Numbers 10 and 11.
Yeah. Northwestern having been here one time, losing to Southwestern in 2015. They were the 6th seed then. A little bit more of a history for Southern Nazarene. They won all 3 of their matches in straight sets last year to claim the tournament championship. Lost in the semifinals to Southwestern in 2015. So Southwestern, Oklahoma State, the team that we showed you a minute ago watching on, actually took out both of these teams in their run to the championship in 2015. And then, as we have told you before, Southern Nazarene made it all the way to the finals in 2014 with a group of mainly sophomores. They had a few key seniors on that team. Well, they lost to Arkansas Tech in 5. 6-2, their GAC championship record. Lead by 1 here, 19-18 as Benner pushes it across. Hessen gets the dig. And a block for Benner. Had a teammate there with her as well, and that makes it 20-18.
Southern Nazarene has owned this series prior to this season. Of course, we know Northwestern's had those 2 wins. Coming in, though, since the program is restarted in Northwestern, the 5 previous years, Southern Nazarene won 8, Northwestern won 2. These 2 teams, or these 2 schools, were rivals in the Sooner Athletic Conference in NAIA days in recent years. But the volleyball programs weren't really rivals because Northwestern didn't have the volleyball program. So it's just something really that is kicked back into gear in 2012. And right now, Southern Nazarene owns an 8-4 advantage, although Northwestern, again, is one of the most recent 2. And Southern Nazarene trying to put a stop even to that 2-game slide.
It's a 4-0 run for Southern Nazarene. Michaela Benner, Bailey Terang, both getting involved here. You know, if this was a football program, we'd be saying the turnaround from 2012 to now, how impressive that is. And I think you got to say the same about this volleyball program for Northwestern.
And Coach Jeremy Green excited about what he's seeing. Got another point on the board. Excuse me, Coach Jeremy White.
You know, the other Arkansas Tech color. You had those Arkansas Tech colors, and there you go.
You know.
So the Nazarene still leads by 3, and now a 4-point advantage again on the misfire from Northwestern. Tammy Ware will come in, presumably to serve. Yep, she will serve. At 23-19 into the net. Fourth serving error for Southern Nazarene to go along with their 4 service aces. And on the other side, Northwestern 6-6.
Well, you live by the serve, die by the serve.
I guess so. That is one thing we've talked to some coaches about in the past. And, you know, if they know they have a good serving team, well, then they'll take the mistakes, knowing how much momentum they can get with a service ace. A timeout for the Crimson Storm. They still lead by 2 here in this third set on the GAC Sports Network.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
23-21, Southern Nazarene leads Northwestern. It's the third set, and Northwestern serving. Got Carly Gear, the senior from Stillwater. Crimson Storm, the ones that took the timeout a moment ago. Northwestern gets the point. Jennifer Eubanks.
Well, Southern Nazarene had a 5-point advantage, and then a service error into the net. Now it's getting that 5-point advantage has escaped.
It sure has. Some of that to do with Eubanks. We talked about some players making some mistakes tonight. She's not been one of them. 12 kills, only 2 errors. We are tied at 23.
It's not just escaped, it's evaporated.
It has.
Eubanks now hitting 600 on the night.
Try to kick it across. Can't do so that time.
Hey, you do what you can.
Yep. So Southern Nazarene gets the point, and they have set point at 24-23. Berlin to Ellis, dig by Gear. Southern Nazarene, actually Northwestern getting the point there. Wow, that one from Hessen. We're tied at 24. It'll take a little bit extra in this one.
Substitution now. Liz Dwyer coming back in. She'll be right up there on the front line.
Berlin keeps it alive. Not surprised at all that it's going to take a little bit more than 25 for this set. Boy, it has gone back and forth. How about Gear right there? But a second effort from Megan Ellis will give Southern Nazarene the point.
Well, not just a solid hit to begin with, but the presence of mind to actually go the other direction with the short court.
Set point again for the Crimson Storm with Thomas serving. The all-important third set. What a play by Gear. The one-arm dig. And the Crimson Storm win the third set. It's McKenna Hunter with the kill. 26-24, Southern Nazarene wins set 3 against Northwestern and up 2-1. We'll come back for the fourth set in just a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future.
I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home,
but I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
It's the fourth set, and Southern Nazarene has a 2-1 lead. We'll see what happens here in this fourth set. We'll look over some of the numbers right now and see anything that sticks out to you at this point, Joey, as we enter this fourth set. It's been close, 26-24 in that third set.
That's solid hitting percentage from Southern Nazarene, hitting .219 over the course of the match, and a pretty good third set, 186 to what Northwestern did just at 114. McKenna Hunter with 3 kills, no errors on 4 attacks in the third period. Well, I'm ready for basketball, Michael. Sorry, third set.
That's all right.
And McKenna Hunter leading the way for Southern Nazarene in that third set win. If Northwestern does win this match, one thing is certain, it's not going to be a 3-1 win tonight.
Well, that's true. That's what they won both regular season matchups in 4 sets. Put a new volleyball out. Yellow card to Jeremy White. We were over here discussing stats. I guess he had a conversation there with the referee.
Yeah, the way it sounds, it may have been one-sided.
Maybe so. There's some of the celebration from the Crimson Storm. They take the first point here in the 4th set. Past a diving Hannah Williams. A little too much that time from Hessen. The newcomer of the year in the Great American Conference. 2-0 Southern Nazarene. Addison's Bailey Terang back to serve again. Into the net this time.
You know, we asked the question, I asked the question during the third set, what wins out? Does the experience, does the veteran play win out over the possibly? And I believe Northwestern has the greater athletic ability on display here between the two. Which one wins out? I think the experience right now is winning out at this point. Southern Nazarene up 3-1. I think that obviously the scoreboard backs that up. The one thing that is underlying in all this, if Southern Nazarene is able to come out of this, I think the experience, having been here, having played the way they have, having the champions, they are in fact still the reigning champions, and we really haven't talked about that much. They are the reigning GAC champions. If that were to win out, though, in this match, the underlying fact is this: Northwestern's gaining the experience tonight.
That's true.
And these are many players that will be back. Gear, a senior, but these are many players that will be back.
Neither side wants to serve.
A senior.
Here we go. Okay. Well, I looked up and I thought nobody's back at the net. Back to serve, so Hessen's going to do that. No, you're right, and it's a good point to make sure you mention that. Reigning tournament champions, McKenna Hunter gets another kill for Southern Nazarene. One thing Northwestern, I think, needs to do, and, you know, I don't know, obviously the plan for Southern Nazarene is to keep the ball away from her the best they can, but they got to keep getting Eubanks involved.
Oh, I
haven't seen her much lately.
Listen, that is without a doubt the Southern Nazarene play. As a matter of fact, Coach Ingram did said, look, we want to get our middles involved. We want to keep their middles out of it, and that is Eubanks. That's not code word for Eubanks, but pretty close. The less that Eubanks is involved in this match, the better off Southern Nazarene is, and the more that they're going to get out of Michaela Benner tonight, the better off they are.
And there was Benner just a moment ago registering a kill for Southern Nazarene. It's her 7th.
Clark, my goodness, what a look away. That was a magic trick.
Definitely seen some ability from her in this one. 5-3 Southern Nazarene. Early 4th set action. Not a great receive off the serve, but still able to get it across. Benner with the dig by Clark. See right there, you got 3 options up front for Southern Nazarene. From the back row this time, dig by Clark. Williams has it sent back to her. She'll try again. Again, how about Benner? That time it splits the blockers and goes down for the point for Northwestern.
Well, it was an incredible effort. Nice defensive defensive maneuver. You get the point, though, in the rally, though, that the defense isn't able to make the shifts accordingly, and it's just a solid play by Northwestern.
Liz Dwyer gets the kill. Got to play that one into the lights. That one goes out.
Hey, at Southeastern, the lights are in play. Literally.
Yeah. A little bit lower is what you're telling me?
It's a little bit lower, and they really are in play and really do often have an impact in the game.
Wow. Strong windup, but too strong that time from Ellis. They're trying to say that it was touched, deflected, and the challenge is out. Challenge card from Kevin Ingram. So the official will come over and take a look at this one. So the call is that it was hit out. Point given to Northwestern. We'll get a look at it here in just a moment.
And it's nice that you're able to see exactly what the officials are looking at as well. So no little hood over the instant replay here.
Don't need to protect it from the weather, I guess. It's going to be tough to tell.
It is going to be tough to see that. Apparently the official, though, have seen all he needs to see.
Philip Hoffman, the official, down low here. So the point stays with Southern Nazarene. It was not, or it was tipped, excuse me. So they say that it was deflected. They overturn that and give the point to Southern Nazarene. So the challenge works out for Coach Ingram. Got to get the score fixed now. So it should be 6-5 Southern Nazarene, right? Yep. Yep, 6-5 Southern Nazarene.
And there it is.
So officially a kill by Megan Ellis. And Southern Nazarene up 6-5 in the fourth set, leading 2-1. And Northwestern gets the point right back. Talking about Southern Nazarene's run last year. Defeated Henderson State 3-0 in the quarterfinals, Ouachita 3-0 in the semis, and Southeastern 3-0 in the finals. Kill at the net that time for McKenna Hunter. They're a team that's only been in 3 tournaments. This now their 4th, a 6-2 championship record.
Yeah.
They've at least stayed around for a while.
I think it's interesting, too, with you mentioned that tournament run, and it's often said that, well, you have to go through a certain team to get it to a championship. You have to go through Arkansas Tech, or you have to go through Harding. Southern Nazarene didn't last year.
That's right.
Played neither of those teams on the way to a championship.
There's an early exit for both of those teams in the opening round.
Symington has that go off the net.
Kami Ware will check in to serve for Southern Nazarene. You know, as evenly played as this one has been, there is one discrepancy. Southern Nazarene 61 digs, Northwestern 43. That's how much that's factored in necessarily, but it seems like every time Northwestern gets a dig, it's with one arm. They're scrambling at times.
Well,
too much on that one.
It's had an effect on the score, I believe, in this way. I mean, it's showing what Southern Nazarene has had to do to stay in this, that they're not going to attack as often as Northwestern. You actually see the disparity there, 140 to 128 right now. Northwestern with the attack advantage. I'm just saying Southern Nazarene's had to stay with it longer. All the points that just stay with it, and that they've been playing, well, literally on defense the majority of the night.
Both sides with 6 blocks. As we see this play again. Good call. That one staying in. Terang with the serve. Tied at 9. Hessen tries to go cross court. It'll work.
Little confusion that time in the Southern Nazarene backcourt.
Yep, Ellis running into her teammate. Crimson Storm, Kayla Thomas.
Right there, defense got there little off the net. Northwestern able to pick that one up. I think if they shifted properly, I think they get a little closer to net there. They're there. And as it was, Hessen had a good look.
Hessen with the service error. And that will retie it at 11 here. Bringing Michaela Benner back in on the front row for the Crimson Storm. And sending Kylie Smith, sophomore from Deer Park, Texas, back to serve. Hannah Williams was going to run into her teammate there. Another one-arm dig, by the way, to set that up, but Crimson Storm get the point.
Well, and you get a fantastic save like that, as Northwestern did, and really all that does is allow the Southern Nazarene offense to set up once again. You know, it's interesting how you can get, and I say this word in quotes, quote unquote, behind in a point and play from behind for the remainder of that rally.
There's another one into the net. So they keep trading points. We're tied at 12. So Jennifer Eubanks has just gone to the bench for Northwestern as part of the rotation here. Let's see if Southern Nazarene takes advantage of that. Berlin, my goodness. Give Berlin credit for that one.
Exactly.
That's just instinct. You just dive and put your body in front of the play.
Right, and there's a part of that you just hope something good happens. There's another part of that is just the skill of having done it for so many years. And not only the fantastic dig, but she put her teammate in a good position for the kill as well.
Another one into the net for the Crimson Storm. It's the team's 7th service error. Think about that. And that's for the whole match, but 7 for Northwestern as well. That's 14 points. Anna Williams. And a dig by Terang. Here's Terang again. And that was touched off of Northwestern, so a point for Southern Nazarene.
Think about this too for what Northwestern's done this season. Not only surprised probably a number of fans within the conference as they get the point there. I think surprised the coaches as well. preseason GAC coaches poll had Northwestern picked 10th in the league. They finished the regular season number 4 and having an opportunity to be in the Final Four in the tournament as well.
Yeah, there's always a surprise team every year, you know. Now, some coaches simply just go down the list from the year before and mark their, you know, others will do some research and say, okay, this player's been recruited from this school or this tradition out of a junior college or somewhere else, but definitely they are the surprise team of the year. Outside of Tech being undefeated.
Well, yes, that much is certain. Tech actually picked 3rd in the league, the preseason poll.
Well, you remember they were the 5 seed last year out of the early exit, so kind of see why that might have been the case. Hessen got it in for Northwestern.
And all these things happen, you know, with no bearing on reality. It's a preseason poll. It's, you know, it's not anything set in stone. I do find it interesting here, though. Talk about things that you know, we always talk about the things that they got wrong. How about this one?
They got a lot right.
Picked Southern Nazarene, finished 5th in the league.
Yep.
That's exactly where they finished.
Well, in Southwestern, Southeastern, 6 and 7. They finished 7 and 8, so
exactly.
pretty close.
And in essence, a tie for 7th.
Yep.
So.
Northwestern with the lead, 16-15. Gear serving. Thomas, Kayla Thomas with the kill.
And watch this, because even as aggressive again as Northwestern's been on the serve, expect it to come right back here with Terrain.
Goes to Gear. Set for Ellis from Smith, and here comes Northwestern now. That one's off the antenna. Actually, yeah, I think it hit the antenna and went out, either way. There's one into the net, make it 17-all.
Exactly. This has all the makings of a 30-point set.
I think Paul's over there keeping up with ties and lead changes for us. Got a number of those, that's for sure. Berlin to the ground again for the dig. And Terrain from the back row. Clark makes the play. Well, I said it earlier, even though in the regular season Northwestern 3-1 in both matches, they were close sets. And we got close sets going here now. Yes, Paul.
If you were wondering, 30 ties.
I knew that's what you were counting up over there.
And 9 lead changes.
All right. Okay. Wow. 30 ties. Wow.
It's obviously not in one set. That's over the course of the evening. But
that's still a lot.
I don't know. This 4th set, it may have 30 ties before it's all done.
Ellis with the dig from Williams. Eubanks is back in there, but Southern Nazarene was able to get that one past her. And Northwestern down by 2 will take a timeout. 19-17, Southern Nazarene now, it's getting close here. 6 points away from advancing on to the semifinals. It's not over yet, but they've started a little bit of a celebration anyways. Oh, well, you know, it's time to eat. You've got to let them eat.
Keep feeding them.
What is this one? Oh, bringing them back to life.
They restarted her heart.
Yes, yes.
Mind blown.
Yes. Okay, we're dancing. Yes, having a good time. All right.
And the Rockettes.
Yep. We're doing some line dancing. And we're going long with a deep pass here. That one was caught. Wow. Here you go. That's my favorite one. Right there. Just slam dunk.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll work on our routine later, I guess, on our celebration. So I knew that the production truck had something big coming for us there, and they were ready.
That's pretty impressive. I think more impressive right now.
Now we got some singing going on.
I think more impressive for the Storm right now is the 2-point advantage over here in the fourth set.
Sure.
It's good. It's obviously by the end it's going to take at least a 2-point run. You're going to have that 2-point run. You've got to get this going. Eubanks coming back in has been effective, but the adjustments on offense too, and you're seeing a lot of misdirection. Send it back over on that second hit if you can.
3 of the last 4 points have gone to Southern Nazarene. At one point, we were tied at 16.
There it is again, a little misdirection there.
Hannah Davis, a senior from Fort Worth. We haven't mentioned her just a whole lot tonight, but playing in the crucial moments right now. Can't handle that one. Northwestern gets the point.
Well, and Eubanks just got up on that one. That one, there was no trajectory to get over, or excuse me, up and over the block. It just went through it straight to the court.
They'll set Hunter in the middle. Kylie Smith, the setter, makes that happen there. Now it's 20-18. That celebration literally went to the front row of the bleachers, I think, a moment ago. Maybe that one will make tomorrow's highlight tape.
Well, we said it earlier in this in the day today. There's a reason you play the game. It's supposed to be fun.
That's true.
Now you do want to win at this level, but the reason you get into the game to begin with is because it's fun.
At least as far as I know it, we didn't see that last year, I don't think.
No.
So something new wrinkle. That serve is in, tied at 20.
Wow, took a chance.
Freshman there, Megan Ellis.
Yeah, I think it was pretty impressive that time on the serve too, to just find that little bit of a gap. Ellis still should have stepped back, but to know it was there and take a shot.
Hunter again off the right side. And Southern Nazarene regains the lead 21-20.
Yeah, pretty good night for Hunter as well now. That's her 12th kill against just 2 errors. And she's hitting .455 on the night.
Williams, that one roll off of the block, give Northwestern the point. Tied at 21. Elizabeth Dwyer will go out, senior from Wichita, Kansas for Northwestern. Serve coming from Robinson. Southern Nazarene with the point.
That's Terang on that one. Defense got over.
How about this? Southern Nazarene, 3 points away. That's going to be a double on Northwestern. 2 points away from moving on to the semifinals for the 4th year in a row.
That's gonna, if it happens, it's going to happen after this timeout, because Coach White's going to talk about this.
We'll come back for the conclusion here in just a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
Opportunity begins here.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
Seize your opportunity. Soar to new heights with our nationally accredited aviation program.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern's renowned education program has launched thousands of teaching careers.
Seize your opportunity.
From occupational safety, health and business to behavioral and natural sciences.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
SC.edu.
Log on now
and seize your opportunity.
Southern Nazarene University was just ranked the best college in the state of Oklahoma by Money Magazine. That's big news, but it's not a surprise to us. Money ranks SNU as one of the top 50 colleges you can actually get into, and in the top 50 most affordable private colleges in the nation. Why travel when Southern Nazarene University is right here in Bethany, Oklahoma? Inspired academic excellence in a success-driven environment. Southern Nazarene University, the best college in Oklahoma.
Southern Nazarene 23, Northwestern 21. And the Crimson Storm 2 points away from winning 3-1. They have their senior serving, Elise Berlin. Freshman Ellis with the dig. Here is Benner. Not where Terang wanted it. Hessen,
now
the dig.
But it's been more in this volley where Southern Nazarene wanted it.
Right. How about that block, however?
Well, that is the best thing that could happen for Northwestern. A couple of players on the line, including Symington, backed off just a little bit. Finally got aggressive there, and coming off the block attempt there didn't work for Southern Nazarene. Northwestern still in this.
Symington and Williams there. Tied, 23-22 with Southern Nazarene leading by 1. Well, it's our quarterfinal matchup here today on the GAC Sports Network. Oklahoma Baptist. Oh, goodness. We've got the Lady Bison against the Lady Bisons. I'll see how well we do at that tomorrow. Harding and Oklahoma Baptist tomorrow at 3:30. Arkansas Tech Golden Suns against the winner of this one at 6 o'clock for our 2 semifinal matchups. And then Joey and Paul will have the call of the championship on Saturday at 2 o'clock. I hate that I'm going to miss that one. Been there ever since 2012 when the tournament was in Searcy. I did not make the initial one in Russellville, but.
No, it has all the makings right now of a good one. And I'll tell you what, we know that the top 3 seeds have made it to the semifinal. Number 4 seed in a little bit of question here.
Well, now Southern Nazarene has match point. Crimson Storm, the team with the experience coming in, landed as the 5 seed. Northwestern, a 20-win regular season. The 4 seed, the serve from Ware. Clark sets Hessen, and a point for Northwestern as Brooklyn Hessen makes it 24-23. It is still match point for the Crimson Storm.
Yeah, this is where you still, and Gear, the senior, aggressive. You don't take away from the aggressive plays. Coach Ingram calls the timeout, and at this point, that's the last timeout. That's the final timeout as we keep it right here, preparing to come back for match point. Michael, it's tough to say to go against Dance with Who Brought You, but at this point, if I'm here, get it in play. Now, the flip side of that is you give Southern Nazarene an opportunity to set up the offense right off the bat, and that's where they've found the majority of those points coming tonight in the quick point. So it's a tough situation right now. Southern Nazarene has the timeout. They call, they get everything set. You just don't want to end it on a service error.
Right.
And so with the senior back there in the position, you think she knows what to do. So.
Well, you're right. You may have taken a little bit off the serve just to make sure you get the ball in play, give your team a chance. Southern Nazarene will be ready to attack that if that's the case. Coach Ingram's the one that took the timeout. Southern Nazarene head coach. He has his team back on the court first. Backline there is Berlin, Ellis, and Davis. You anticipate the serve going to one of them. So Gear to serve. It's match point for Southern Nazarene at 24-23, leading 2-1. Berlin steps up, takes the serve. Thomas has the kill. Kayla Thomas for Southern Nazarene finishes this one off in 4 sets. 25-23. 3-1. Southern Nazarene comes away with the win, and that concludes our first day. And to wrap up all of our coverage, here's the third member of our crew, Paul Smith.
Well, thank you, Michael. All the semifinal matchups are set. And until this last game, it was the higher seed, Southern Nazarene, breaking that streak. So let's set tomorrow for you at 3:30 p.m. It will be Oklahoma Baptist against Harding in a 3-2 matchup. And then in tomorrow's finale at 6 o'clock, it's regular season champion Arkansas Tech, the number 1 seed at 33-0 now, against the 5th seed, Southern Nazarene. We've had a great day of volleyball. We've got 2 more. We will start tomorrow again at 3:30, 2 games, and then the championship game will be played Saturday at 2 p.m. It's been our pleasure to bring this contest to you. We look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. For my broadcast colleagues, Michael Westbrook and Joey McWilliams, I'm Paul Smith. Good night, everybody.